Once again, all you beautiful people, and welcome back to episode 26 of Happy Campers, talking about staying happy in the winter. Happy New Year to you guys, talking about happiness here. Happy New Year, happy 2020. I hope you guys listened to the last episode on habits, and now it's your time to start your New Year's resolution, and I hope you got some good habits that you want to start, and I hope you got some lesser good habits, let's just say bad habits, that you are deciding to quit this year. This is the first episode of the month, and if you have listened to this podcast before, you know the first episode of the month, we do a book of the month. And this book of the month is Life in Air by Steve Cook. If you're a fitness fan, no, it is not that Steve Cook, but by Steve Cook. It's called Life in Air, an uncommon approach to wealth, success, and prosperity. I got this book for Christmas. It's a 260-page book. I read it in 2 days. It was phenomenal. I desired this book because I heard many people that I trust and look and seek advice from, people in the business world, people in the fitness world, whatever. They've read this book and it's changed their thought on everything. Let me just read the back here, the last of it. In Life in Air, the uncommon approach to wealth, success, and prosperity, Steve Cook challenges us to consider what it is that we really desire out of life. Through his fictional story, he shares how Americans blindly pursue financial wealth, thinking that money will reward them with what they want, and helping us to discover that our heart's desire is to become more than just a millionaire. What we really desire is to become a lifeonaire. And I'm going to read one little passage here on page 102. He's talking about the American dream. He goes, "Perhaps it has been distorted. The ideal, as you mentioned, has become the pursuit of life for almost everyone in the country. Life, liberty, happiness, peace, and joy aren't the pursuit any longer. Instead, homes, material possessions, and large retirement accounts have become the goal. And we have enough of a track record to know that many achieve this, but few achieve life." Life in Air, the uncommon approach to wealth, success, and prosperity, Steve Cook. This is the best book so far, besides, I guess I've had The Road Less Traveled, which was December's, and Positive Leadership, The Power of Positive Leadership by John Gordon, which was November's. But this one ties into happiness and happy campers very, very well. Phenomenal. Changed my perspective on everything. Literally, I did almost a 180 on everything I was looking for. I was starting to get back into material possessions. I made a dream board, a visualization board, and I had a few cars on there. I'm like, why? Why am I doing this? This is not what I really want. What I really desire is freedom, time with my family, now peace, non-stress, not worrying about bills, etc., etc. It's not the wealth. I don't want the wealth, and nobody really wants the wealth. What you want is what that wealth can give you. And if you change your mindset just a tidbit, maybe you can achieve that without having the money that you think you need. Okay, staying happy in the winter. Now that we're really beginning the episode, we start every episode off, and this one no different. We're starting it off with a quote. "If we had no winter, the spring would not be so pleasant. If we did not sometimes taste adversity, prosperity would not be so welcome." I think I talked about it in one of my episodes with Dawson Pittman. I talked about how I love fall and winter. I don't know if you guys... I'm from Minnesota, and anyone else that's from the Midwest, you guys know what it's like to have a cold, crisp air. And people on the East Coast too, I guess, but not all of you Southern Californians, and I don't know where else you guys may be. I know there's a few here from, Australia or whatnot, whatever. Anyway, I'm from the Midwest. It gets cold here, and that crisp air of winter does something to me. Oh my God. I call it my hardening phase. It's my season of my hood up and my head down. And what I mean by is, I put my hood up so there's no distractions around me. I got my blinders on and my head down, but I'm not looking up, right? I'm not trying to look up and see everybody. I'm not trying to focus on the future. I'm not trying to focus on waiting on spring. I'm just put my hood up. I'm staying warm, right? Put my hood up, my head down, and I'm getting to work. I'm trying to grind. It's the cocoon season. I'm ready to friggin' wrap up in a cocoon and then wait till spring comes so I can emerge a beautiful butterfly. A beautiful butterfly. I'm so amazing. Yeah, so that's what I love. I love that about winter. But like I said in the beginning, the opener, oftentimes winter gets to be a little long. I don't know anybody who doesn't love winter through November and December and just a little bit of January. The holidays come around, it's the snow starts falling, it's beautiful, it's amazing. That spirit, that sense of family and love and everything. Like the holidays, it's just an amazing time. But as we are now, right? It's New Year's, and it's January 2nd today, as of Thursday this is released, and those holidays, the spirit of the holiday and that holiday magic starts to fade because it's done. And this is where it starts to become a little bit brittle, especially if you're in the Midwest or anywhere else. I guess it gets snow too, but sometimes we get April snow showers, man. I remember my sister's birthday is on April 18th, and I remember once on her birthday we had like 6 inches of snow. End of April. You gotta be kidding me, man. Shoot. Like, it gets miserable sometimes, So that's what I really want to talk about now, because nobody needs help, right? We all good, man. We got it in the beginning. Most of us do, right? We got it. But it's this downhill slide, man. Even though the days are getting longer, right? Shorter and shorter. They're, by small increments, they're getting a little bit longer, but still, the days are short, man. And it's tough. So stuff that people start to experience, well, we've all experienced chapped lips. That happens all throughout the winter. But yeah, we get chapped lips, weight gain, seasonal depression, right? Vitamin D deficiency, that comes from seasonal depression. And also your serotonin levels are lower during the winter. Less sunlight. Serotonin, if you don't know serotonin, I've talked about it many times, but it's an endorphin, and it's like literally called the antidepressant endorphin, the happiness endorphin, the life is amazing endorphin. Like, that's when they give you those antidepressant pills, it's trying to release your serotonin. Serotonin is so potent. That's what you release a lot of when you eat good food, right? You're cranky and then you eat good food, you release serotonin. So there's a lot less serotonin going on in your body, so you're literally feeling less happy than you would with a lot more sunlight and longer days. Less energy, obviously, we get moody. People tend to be less social during the winter. Sleep changes, we get a little bit less sleep, sometimes a little bit more sleep, and the more sleep becomes detrimental. But yeah, our sleep changes. That's kind of subjective and individual to the person. But yeah, sleep changes are huge. And then I don't know if you guys noticed this too, going back to the weight gain, is during this time of the year, humans tend to crave carbs. And it's not just that carbs are so bad, there's nothing wrong with carbs, but we tend to crave carbs that are comforting food, and we just eat them, and we comfort food, right? Eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and that usually leads to a little bit of weight gain. No one's judging you here, but maybe that's against your goals. That's not my goals. I don't bulk up no more during the winter, so I don't care to be eating all this comfort food. I don't need it. I got my teas, baby. So yeah. Those are all the things that, and huge mood shifts, right? And those mood shifts are from all of that, the shorter days. So the reason I want to talk about this is because, one, I felt it many times in my life, right? There's two different things. There's seasonal depression disorder, and there's seasonal affective seasonal affective syndrome. Depression, like I said in the beginning, 4 to 6% may have it, and then the affective disorder, about 10 to another 20% may have it. I was seen for it when I was really, really younger because I didn't know how to handle it well. Man, it's just these short days, and it made me moody and sad. And my dad was traveling at this time, so I missed my dad. And so it's just something I've been passionate about the winter and understanding happiness during the winter and trying to get my hormones balanced as best I can during the winter ever since. And that was in 4th grade, and I've been aware of that ever since. So this is a lot of anecdotal evidence from years coming up. And if any of you guys really know me, I went to San Diego State my freshman year of college. So that's when I was about 18 and 19, and it was so much better. Oh my God, was it so much better. I felt it every single year in San Diego, in Minnesota. The winter, the cold, the short time. But still, even in San Diego, they still have short days, right? They may not be cold, but it's still short, right? The axis of the world, the axis of Earth, right? It's still a shorter day. So I kind of felt, like sad about like, dang, I want shoot, it's 4:30, 5 o'clock. Like, why is it getting pitch black, 4 o'clock? In the afternoon, it's pitch black. Like, that's always a little saddening. But, that's why I was so passionate about it, because I've dealt with this forever, and I've known about this forever. So me personally, something that I've done is I've taken vitamin D. Vitamin D is what you synthesize. Your skin synthesizes it from sunlight. And when you're not getting a lot of sunlight, you need to artificially have it, I guess. I don't like pills that much. I don't take pills. I see people taking pills for calcium. I see people taking pills for a bunch of these other different vitamins and whatnot. Like, if there are vitamins you can't reach, sure, I get it. I take a B12. That's the only other vitamin I take. But like vitamins that are like vitamin C. What? Are you serious? Go eat some goddamn fruit. Or you're taking your calcium pills. Are you serious? Go drink some milk or go eat some leafy green vegetables. If you didn't know that, hey, you don't need milk to have. You don't need dairy to have that calcium. Leafy green vegetables per volume actually has more calcium than milk does. You are welcome. But yeah, upping your vitamin D, that's very, very crucial. I've started drinking whole milk the last 5 years. One, it's delicious. My mom used to always get skim, and that is white milk. Okay, Jules, don't ever mess with my milk again. Yeah, so vitamin D milk, whatever. But you got to supplement that because it's going to be low. I also kind of have warmer drinks. I really enjoy warmer drinks. And now I have like tea. Back in the day, I used to have like hot chocolate when I was younger or whatnot, but I like tea. I know a lot of people like coffee. Watch what you put in that coffee because they can start to be very thick on calories when you start to add all that extra junk. But black coffee, nothing wrong with black coffee or any type of tea you'd like. No, nothing wrong with no tea. Unless you get that, that black tea chai latte and stuff. You got to watch that too. There's a lot of sugar in that shit too. Apple cider, right? That's a good drink. Those warm drinks. Soup is good too. Those warm stuff, it'll help you warm you up, and it's comforting in a way, but it's also can be really healthy. A little brothy soup, low calorie and keeps you warm. But that's something I do. But this is what I want to talk about. This is the main switch for me because this winter so far has been fabulous. Usually I still would have ran down a little bit right after Christmas would have ended a week ago. I would have been like, all right, it's over. But I'm still feeling really, really good because of a mindset shift. So the happiest people studies done by psychologists and scientists, the happiest people in the winter are people who come from the Arctic Circle. And if you don't know anything about the Arctic Circle, the sun don't come up during the winter in the Arctic. Man. Sweden, Norway, upper parts of Alaska too, I believe. This is in Norway and Sweden. These studies have been done. But they have a different mindset for winter. They have what I've heard called as kazaleg, and then a hegi. I may have butchered both those words, but what they mean is cozy. Kazaleg means cozy, and hegi is a sense of comfort, a togetherness, and well-being. They actually have a longing for the winter. When it's their summer times of the month, right? There's summer times of the month. When it's their summertime of the year, they actually have a longing for winter because winter means comfort, coziness, warm fires, friendship, warm clothing, ice skating, skiing, etc., etc. It means all these activities, this togetherness, this sense of community. They have a longing for that. It's a whole different mindset. What we differ from here is there's a sense of bond between America and within America and within this Arctic Circle communities, right? Americans, we bond over complaining about the weather. Oh, God damn it, Cheryl, the weather's all shitty here again today, man. Nothing I can really do about it. Man, the shit, I gotta stay inside. It's making me lazy. Really, Daryl? Is that making you lazy? Or are you just friggin' lazy now using this as an excuse and you haven't even seen Cheryl in forever and you're just using to complain and talk about the weather as a bonding moment for some small talk? Come on, man. Shake up, man. And the people in the Arctic Circle, they bond over this kazaleg, this hegi. They bond over this coziness, this togetherness, this time for fun events and this spirit and happiness. They long for these days of darkness because it means more than just sadness. It means, life. It literally, as darker it gets, the more life that they bring to this area. So I think that's really, really cool. This mindset shift. And again, this mindset shift that I had, that I told about, this hoods up, head down, this was invented only when I started college. And it was actually invented for me in San Diego. And it didn't happen to be because of winter. It happened to be because I had some problems going on, right? We talked about it in the first few episodes, but I had some problems going on. And I was just like, you know what? I want no more distractions. I just want to do me. I want to focus on school. I want to focus on my club. I want to focus on my friends, etc., etc. I want to put my head up, my hood up, and I put my head down. I'm just going to focus. Blinders on. Let's go, baby. And I carried that with me the winter when I came back, and now this is the second winter I've been back, and now I've carried it here, and I've actually advanced on it, and it works so well for me, right? I don't fear the winter. I cannot wait for the winter to come because I go, shit, man, It's time for me to rock this. I'm gonna put my hood up, my head down. I'm gonna, hit the gym hard. I'm gonna hit my studies hard. I'm gonna enjoy the holidays and have a great time with my family. I'm not gonna be boozing and sitting out on the ice. I'm not gonna be smoking a bunch of weed and sitting in and watching movies and snuggling in my bed. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. That shit I did in high school and etc. That's a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna find some activities, right? This is transitioning into a different way. They talked about how they love skiing. Right? They love skiing and ice skating and going on walks and just, the Arctic Circle I'm talking about. They like just being outside and being around each other. I decided I'm picking some activities, right? I'm gonna whether it's hockey or just even skating, snowboarding, skiing, snowmobiling, ice fishing, sledding, etc., etc. There's so many outdoor activities that I was like, I'm gonna pick those up and get them done. I've always picked up my lifting during the winter. I've always lifted a little bit longer and lifted a little bit more during the winter, just because it is cold, it is dark, right? So I want to get something done. So I've always had lifting to do. So even this year, I've been lifting a lot more than I did during the spring and summer and even the fall. But I've also played hockey a little bit. I snowmobile a little bit. Finally, the first time in years, I've been able to snowmobile, right? I went skiing, ice fishing, whatever I can do to get outside and have it be an actual activity and get something done. I would love to go sledding, right? That would be awesome. Like just mess around, build some jumps, just some kid shit, man. Just some imagination shit. I would love to go sledding. That'd be dope. So yeah, I figured out I need to just get some activities instead of the activities of literally just sitting inside and watching TV or sitting inside and being high or drunk, whatever it is. That's boring. That is boring and that is useless. I do not want that. So yeah, a mindset change. Here are some tips that psychologists and scientists have given. Is that start a winter tradition. Right? Spending time with friends and family is key. Start a winter tradition. Start being with all your friends. Be like, all right, board games on Wednesday or movie night every Friday. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Or ice skating every Saturday or coffee every Sunday morning or whatever it is. Just start these winter traditions that are only for the winter, right? Snowmobile rides with your friends every Saturday or snowboarding every Friday night. Whatever it is. Start these things that when wintertime comes around next year or even now, right? When wintertime comes, you have something to look forward to. Like, oh my God, I get to have coffee every Sunday morning or I get to go snowboarding with all my buddies every Friday night or I get to go snowmobiling with my family every Friday, every Saturday, whatever it is. Start winter traditions that you really look forward to. And also indulge a little bit. Going back to the craving the carbs. Don't be afraid to indulge, man. It's with the winter, there's a lot of holidays that come up, right? Sometimes even the winter includes Thanksgiving. There's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's New Year's, there's Valentine's Day later in there, right? St. Patty's Day, everyone likes to go boozing on that day. But those are all holidays within the winter, time to just kick back and relax. Take advantage of them and indulge in them. During the colder months, we tend to crave carbs and comfort food. Have it. No big deal. No big deal. Have it when you want to have it. But it doesn't mean you can't balance it, though. You don't need to always go over the edge. On those 5 holidays, sure, go all out. But if you're on a random Tuesday or random Thursday and you want something to eat, it doesn't mean you can't balance it. Maybe popcorn. Maybe a nice bowl of buttery, warm popcorn, or even a nice bowl of hot, brothy soup. I always say brothy because broth is really good for you, and 2, cream tends to have a lot of fat, a lot of calories, so you don't need to always have that. It's not bad every now and again, but have that nice warm hot soup or a tea, hot chocolate, cider, or coffee. That warmness, bring it to you. That warmness is very, very comforting. So don't be afraid to indulge a little bit, but don't be afraid to, try and balance it too. No big deal to always go over. I mean, there's no need to always go over in excess. Not very good. Before I continue the other tips, I want to say another quote. Winter forms our character and brings out our best. Winter is a season of recovery and preparation. Yes, going back to the mindset shift. Can I read those again, dude? This is straight up mindset. Winter forms our character and brings out our best. Winter is a season of recovery and preparation. Absolutely. Can't you just think about that, right? Think about the bear who hibernates. He's going up there to just rest, recover, and so he can just chill and then come out, big and ready to maul some of those prey during the other warm seasons. Think about yourself as a bear the same way. Now, you're not going to get away with shoving a bunch of food into your room and, starping it down your throat and sitting in a cave all winter long. That's not going to happen. That's going to be super unhealthy, and you would probably go insane. Not going to do that. But you can think about it in different ways, man. You don't need to be super, super, super fun and, go out and do all these things all the time, right? And during the summer, you always go out, you're always around friends, you're always doing this, et cetera, et cetera. You're looking your best, right? You got tan, you're leaner, et cetera, your hair's all nice. You don't need to think about that, right? Who cares? Who cares how you look? Who cares about any of that stuff, right? Get to work. Grind a little bit. I hate that word, but I'll use it. Grind a little bit. As Marsh says, put your hood up, put your head down, blinders on, and get some work done. So when those nicer times of the years come around, if you're not watching this, I have air quotes, nicer times of the years come around when you can go outside in t-shirts and shorts, you're ready. You've put your cocoon on, and now it's time for you to emerge a beautiful butterfly, baby. It's a mindset. It's a mindset thing. Other tips that psychologists and scientists have, this one I love. This next one is create a cozy area. So blankets, pillows, a corner, a fireplace, whatever it is, create a comfy area. And when it's nasty outside or it's late at night, it's dark, it's just time for you to go to bed, have an area for you to snuggle up and enjoy. Whether it's just nasty, it's a big nasty snowstorm, you got the day off of school, just snuggle up with a nice hot cup of tea, coffee, soup, whatever it is, a book, or even if you just want a movie, whatever it is, just snuggle up in that little spot you have, that cozy area you have. Going back to that word, kozelik means cozy, just a cozy area for you to just long for. Just be like, oh man, I cannot wait to get back into that cozy area. Now, don't have the negative mindset, like, I just wish I could stay here in this warm, cozy place forever. I gotta work and do this and that. Like, shut up. Get to work. Use it as a reward, not as your only thing you do. Jesus creases some people. I'm saying Jesus creases some people because that used to be me too, man. Like, oh my God, this bed's so warm, so comfy. Can't I just sit here all day? No, you got work to do. Get up, get off the pity potty, and get some friggin' work done, Marsh. Jesus. Going back to friends and family and indulging a little bit. Recharge. Re-friggin' charge, man. Breaks are essential to create creativity and innovation. You'll perform better if you prioritize life as well as work. So find a space where you can recharge your batteries by spending time with family and friends. Absolutely. And especially during the holiday times, holidays become very stressful, right? We talked about it on episode 24, I believe, on stress management. Was that 24? But yeah, the episode on stress management, we talked about how, if you're in college during the winter months, right? Finals come and the holidays are stressful too. So you got the finals, you got holidays coming around. You may work a lot. You may have deadlines for work. It's stressful. The end of the year deadlines, whatever it is, man, it's stressful. So don't forget to take time to just recharge, kick back and recharge. I'm not a religious guy, but I was listening to this book, A Life in Air by Steve Cook, the book of the month. He even said it too. He's like, even God said you got to rest on, one of the days of the week. Even God rests on the seventh day of the week. So, rest, recover, recuperate, chill, relax. No big deal to just kick it back and relax. And use those 5 days, right? Those 5 holidays of the month: Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, and St. Patty's. I know Valentine's Day and St. Patty's aren't like, woo, they're huge, but use them as days to be like, St. Patty's Day and Valentine's Day, be like, I'm going to take the whole entire night off. When I'm done with work, I'm done. It should be me and my friends on St. Patty's Day, or me and my girlfriend or boyfriend on Valentine's Day. I'm just kicking it. And the other holidays, just be like, nah, I ain't doing nothing that entire day, but kicking it with my family, recharging my batteries, and getting ready to relax. That's why I hate on people who hate on rest and people who hate on sleep. Like, do not think about rest or sleep as time away from your goals or your work, or et cetera, et cetera. Think of them as time to do better work or advance faster on your goals. You need that time, not just as humans, as any animals, to just recuperate, rest, get your mind back, right? Get your energy levels back, your motivation back, and then get back to work. Right there, it said it's essential to creativity and innovation. No problem to relax and recharge. Actually, it's a problem not to. So write it in your schedule. write it in. Like, this is when I'm done. I literally have that sometimes on my calendar. I'll be like, if I know I have a really busy day, I'm like, okay, but when X time comes, it's over. I'm shut down. I don't care if I have nothing else to do. If I have a bunch to do, I'm halfway through editing something that can all come tomorrow morning or the next afternoon or even the next week. Boom, I'm shutting it down. I'm done. Because you need to be able to write that in. And again, get outside, get moving. I hate it. I live in Minnesota, like I said. Minnesota, I've heard the stat a few years ago. Minneapolis, Minnesota is actually in the top 5 metropolitan areas for the healthiest people, but the top 5 unhealthiest for our pets, our cats and our dogs. And the reason why, top 5 is just we have a bunch of biking trails, people like camping, et cetera, we're always moving around, but we like moving, we'd move around just enough for ourselves. But the reason our pets are not that healthy is because we have extremely hot, humid summers and we have terribly cold, shrivelous winters. So we don't tend to like, oh, let's bring our dogs out. My mom walks with our dogs every single day, maybe like 2 to 3 walks during a day during the other 3 seasons. But during winter, not a one. Just has me blow snow blow a little racetrack in the backyard for them, and that's all the exercise they get if they choose to do it. But they don't know to do it for themselves, right? So they get really fat, and that just shows our laziness. We don't want to get out enough. We're good to go to the gym, but we can't bring them to the gym with us, so we're not going to walk them outside. Get outside. I see so many people get outside, and I don't know why. People that I know, I don't see them do it enough. They just sit inside and drink, get high, and watch movies and complain about how cold it is. It's not that cold if you bundle up or dress right. This one is so great. And this is the one that I have done because obviously in high school, right, and growing up, who didn't sleep until 11 or noon? I don't know if I ever slept until 11. Yeah, I think like 10:30 or 11 was my time, but I was never like that past noon, like that 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. But I know a lot of people who were. But yes, who wasn't young at a time and did that? Align your schedule with the daylight hours. Sorry, but this is how it's gonna be done. If you're in high school and you're waking up at noon, or you're waking up at even worse 2 or 3, if you're waking up at noon, you only have 4 hours, maybe even like 3.5 good hours of sunlight. If you're waking up at 2 or 3, you're getting 2 or less hours of good sunlight each day. And everyone knows it takes time to get up and get going. So you're probably not even getting outside till the sun goes down. And then you're staying up till 4 a.m. Sun's down. So you're never really seeing the sunlight. You're never really getting daylight. That is depressing in itself. Open those shades during the winter and start waking up a little bit earlier. Start waking up at 7:30. Start waking up at 8. Start waking up at 7, whatever it is. Beat the sunrise. Start waking up at 6:30. Align your day with the sun. That has worked for me so well. I used to sleep until, especially during the winter break, man, because I would be, hanging out, partying, getting drunk, late night, and I would be sleeping until 11 every day, and then I wouldn't be getting up out of my house and getting to the gym till about 1. By the time I would get to the gym and leave the gym, it's a dark, dingy gym, right? There's hardly any windows, so I didn't really even get any sunlight. Besides all that, I didn't get any sunlight. All I got was all that fluorescent light bulbs from the gym that are hurting my eyes. And then I walk out of the gym around 4 o'clock and it's pitch black, and I really got no sunlight, and I didn't get outside at all, like, for the sun. That's depressing. That's super depressing. And for y'all who keep those shades closed, unless you are an apartment complex and you live on the bottom floor, right? And people are walking by your window all day, you don't want them to see in. I feel you. No problem. Figure something out. Maybe you can figure something out. You can maybe manipulate something somehow. But if you're not the first floor, bottom floor of an apartment, open those goddamn shades. Stop being so depressed. I guess you have some sort of CTE or concussion problems. You can't mess with that sunlight. I guess, hey, you got to do what you got to do. But otherwise, everybody else, open those goddamn shades and let the goddamn sun in. It's white all over. In the cold areas where I'm at, it's white all over. So it's super bright. That light will reflect right inside and make you feel warm and bubbly. So do that. And then, yeah, this one's good too. I want to talk about this one. Going back to our vitamin D levels, right? Vitamin D levels are low. Drink more water and get more sleep. Our immune systems suffer and they're weakened during the winter months. And to combat it, we should exercise, right? Have a healthy diet, have a balanced diet, up our vitamin D, Have warm drinks, right? Get those drinks that are nice. Tea is really good, right? It's really good for the immune system. Apple cider might be good for the immune system. I don't know what else is really good. Kombucha, I guess. That shit's nasty. Oh, God. Kombucha. Ugh. Well, yeah, whatever it is, our immune system really suffer. So, yeah, drinking water, too. Get your gallon a day in. At least your minimum, right? That's what the government recommends. Minimum is 8 cups. You better be getting those 8 cups of water a day. I have been drinking, my cup's not with me right now, it's upstairs, but I have been drinking a gallon a day of water for years now. And oh my God, drinking more water will make you feel energized more than you could ever imagine. It's like, oh, it has 0 calories. How can it possibly make you feel energized? It just does. It just hydrates you. When you're dehydrated, you're low on energy, and it fills you up, right? It literally fills your stomach up. There's no calories in there, but it fills your stomach up, so it satiates you from feeling starved. And if you have goals like me during the winter or anytime you're trying to lose weight, right? Feeling satiated is the number one key. You don't want to be craving foods. And when you have water in your stomach and it feels full, boom, you're not craving foods. So help those immune systems out. Vitamin D, warm drinks, tea, whatever drinks are good for your immune system. Water is great for your immune system. Water is great for your energy levels. Get more sleep. Don't get a detrimental, extra amount of sleep. There's a fine line to when there's too much sleep, and you know it for yourself, right? You may have done it once when you didn't need to. You just felt like, oh, I'm gonna sleep in, and then you slept for 10 and a half hours. Like, man, I feel horrible right now. That's oversleeping. No need for that. But especially if you're doing what I do during the winter, and you tend to lift more, or if you happen to be one of those weird people. Not like me. I guess I'm not more active during the winter, but I do lift harder during the winter. But if you're getting more active during the winter, right? You're a huge skier, you're a huge snowboarder, you're a huge hockey player, and you don't do much other stuff. You don't play a bunch of baseball or football during the other warm months. If you're actually more active during the winter, definitely get more sleep and definitely recharge more, because when you're more active, you break down your body more and you need to recover more. So definitely get that sleep, get that relaxation, and just chill out. So yeah, my last quote here before we close up is, people don't notice whether it's winter or summer when they're happy. You wouldn't notice. Those people up in the Arctic Circle, honestly, you could find many people, I guarantee if you talk to the scientists and psychologists who did the experiment, I guarantee you could talk to them and find many people that actually enjoy the winter months when it's just pitch black more than the summer months. Guarantee it, because they have a mindset shift, right? Mine is hoods up, heads down, and it's about recharging. It's about cocooning. It's about getting in your figurative cave. You're not going to actually lock yourself in a room, because that's horrible. It's not about eating a bunch of food, because that's horrible. But it's about locking yourself in that cave, being like, all right, it's time for, what does that other quote say? Recovery and preparation. That's what we need right now. Just to relax, recover, prepare, harden myself, create some good habits, right? New Year's comes around in the middle of the winter, so it's the best time to start some new habits. So yeah, I hope after this, I know I did. It's great for me to remember this and reread these, because again, I write these episodes and then I don't look at them for months sometimes. Like, I wrote this episode probably a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. So it's good for me to always update myself and check myself too. Am I doing this? So yeah, let's just run over these quickly. Change your mindset. Change your goddamn mindset. The people in the Arctic Circle use kazaleg, which means cozy, and hegi, which is a sense of comfort, togetherness, and well-being. They long for the winter months because they have things that they want to do. This feeling, this spirit of community and love that just is in excess amount during these winter months. They long for these. Start winter traditions. Start every Friday you go snowboarding. Every Friday you have movie night. Or every Wednesday you have game board night. Every Saturday you go out to eat with a group of friends. Every Sunday you have morning coffee. Start traditions that you look forward to and long during the other 3 months, and you can't wait for those winter traditions to start up again. Indulge a little bit, right? You're gonna be longing for friendship and family. You're gonna be longing for just kicking it and relaxing. You're gonna be longing and craving carbs and other comfort foods. No problem. do it. No problem. No problem kicking back with your family, especially during the holidays, chilling, having a great time, indulging a little bit. No big deal. Remember, though, when you don't indulge too much or too often, there's always a good balance you can find. Recharge. Going back to the last one, indulging. Don't be afraid to recharge. Do not be afraid to kick it back, see family, hang with family, do nothing for a little bit. No big deal. Recovery and recharging is necessary for creativity and innovation. Get outside. Get outside. That can easily tie in with winter traditions. Like, oh, I can't play hockey any time of the other time of the month. I cannot play hockey any other time of the year except for winter, right? Let's go. Let's play some hockey. You can't snowboard or ski any other time of the month or God dang it. You can't snowboard, ski, or snowmobile or ice fish any other time of the year. So let's go. If that's what you like to do, let's go. I cannot wait for winter. I love winter. I don't want winter to leave because I lose those activities. Align your schedule with the daylight. Stop getting up at 10, 11, noon, or later. Stop. Start getting up right as the sun does, before the sun does, or just a little bit after, so you can maximize the amount of sunlight you get each day. And remember, our immune systems weaken during the winter, especially our vitamin D levels. Those are huge on our immune system too. Vitamin C is important too, but that's not... It has to do with the winter. That's irrelevant. But yes, your vitamin D levels are low. Your immune system is weak. So drink more water. Drink drinks that are good for your immune system. Get more sleep. Exercise. Get outside. Be active. And help your immune system out the best you can. And that's all I have on this episode of Staying Happy During the Winter. Episode 26 of Happy Campers. Thank you guys so much for half a year of Happy Campers. I hope I have, changed your mindset a little bit about these happiness topics. I hope I've sparked conversation in your life. I hope in a way I've changed your life a little bit. Because I know you guys have changed mine by supporting me and making me do this, holding me accountable to doing this, and because I really, really enjoy doing it and I get a lot out of it. So thank you guys so much. Happy New Year once again. May your 2020 be great, and I wish all the best blessings, and I send all the positivity and cheers to all you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great New Year's. I'll see you guys in a week again for episode 27 of Happy Campers, and remember, you're on the downhill slide of the winter months, and even though the spirit of the holidays may start to fade, we have and that depression and that sadness may start to show. We have tips and tricks now to combat that. We're not going to fall into that trap no more. We're going to think about being cozy. We're going to get active, and we're going to think about putting our hoods up and our heads down and recovering and preparing this winter so we can emerge beautiful butterflies during the spring, all of us. Let's do it, baby. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode 26 of Happy Campers, staying happy in the winter. And like always, until next time, take care, my friends.